All right, guys, here's another BG perspective. As always, leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time we upload.
Hi, I'm a trust fund baby, and this is what I spend my $80,000 monthly income on. My biggest expenses are my properties. So I own 3 properties which I visit seasonally. My house in Houston is where I live majority of the time, my New York apartment for when I want to be a city girl and go on shopping trips over the weekend, and my apartment in Korea for when I visit family. I visit Korea 8 to 10 times a year to visit my parents, and I always fly business class. Flying comfortably for that long in the air makes paying for business class so worth, but for all my domestic flights, I ride privately. And most of my domestic flights are to New York because I love shopping.
For that trustee to determine, oh yeah, you actually do need this money. And the trustee can say no. Most trusts will give the trustee pretty wide discretion in terms of deciding what is or isn't acceptable as a distribution to beneficiaries. If you have a trust fund with multiple beneficiaries, money that other beneficiaries could take out can reduce the amount that you are able to withdraw in a given year. Also, a trust fund could have been set up by your parents, by your grandparents, or even by your great-grandparents. In my family, we have a trust that was set up by my great-grandma that is probably going to be active for another 40 or 50 years. Having a trust fund doesn't mean that you have millions of dollars at your disposal.
Growing up, did y'all ever know somebody who was a trust fund kid? Maybe they had a lot of money that they inherited, and you were just sitting there wondering, damn, their life's easy. Why can't mine be like that? Well, here's the thing. We all have the ability to make our kids trust fund babies. What we don't have is the proper knowledge and education in terms of finances and estate planning. Now, one thing that those people all have in common is they get life insurance. They get it on their kids as soon as they're 2 weeks old, so they have it their whole lives. Why life insurance? Tax benefits. It goes to your beneficiary tax-free. And in a lot of permanent policies, it allows you to take out money tax-free and grow it protected. The second reason is generational wealth. It's going to cover the cost to bury you and any estate taxes that are going to be owed. Your family won't be stuck scrambling, holding car washes or GoFundMes to find the money to give you a proper burial. And one of the most important aspects of life insurance is income replacement. Because the bills don't just stop when somebody dies. Then what they do is they set the beneficiary of the life insurance policy as a trust. So when that person passes away, the money goes to the family trust. They have control from the grave on how that money is used. So it stays within the family for generations. And yes, I get that a trust might cost a couple $1,000s to get in place. But that is nothing compared to the time, money, and energy that would go into having to go to probate. Now, I can help you with the life insurance part, but for the trust part, find an estate planning attorney in your area who specializes in that. And enjoy that peace of mind that you will feel knowing that if anything happens to you, your family is set for life.
Today I'm going to talk about how you can start an IUL for your child. Yes, you can get an IUL for your child. I like to call them $1 million babies. These strategies are not just for adults. I wish my parents started an account for me. Love you, Mom. As long as your child has a social security number and in good health, you can get an IUL for them. Figure out how much money you want to save every month for your child. 100, 300, 500, 1,000, $100 million. Also, figure out if you want to have some wiggle room to put more money in the future, or if you just want to max it out from the start. That will determine how much life insurance to give your child. Higher the death benefit, more money you can put in. Lower the death benefit, less money you can put in. Be sure to sit down with a licensed agent to assist you to properly design these accounts for your liking. Please note that there are rules and regulations when it comes to juvenile policies. Once you figure out how much money you want to save and how much life insurance to give your child, sit back, relax, fund the IUL, and enjoy the compounding interest. In my next video, I'm going to show you what it looks like to fund an IUL at $500 a month for your child.
I want to get back to
Private
the
universal
gentleman's point.
banking
How does he
for
fund
kids.
the IUL for his 2 kids and 1 on the way? So the first thing that you want to define first is which kid you love the most, because that's the kid you're going to put the most money in terms of premium. I'm not being serious. That's just a joke. So you need to basically come up with a number, like a dollar amount. Like how much do you want to invest for each kid? What would be a good number, Ashley? Help me out with this. What would you say just number wise? 200?
Yeah.
Okay. $200 per kid or for all the kids, like meaning 2 or 3, multiple.
Let's say $100
$100.
because they have 2 kids in the possible, so that's $300 a month.
Okay, cool. So everybody watching, I have 3 policies, and I put $100 per month into each one. So I'm good with 100. It don't mean you got to do 100. You can really pick any number. But the premium is really just going to be defined as what you want to pay into the policy. All right. So whatever that number is for you, whatever you're comfortable with, it should be easy. You pick that number, and then the person that's working with you, whoever's designing your policy, the agent should know that they should design your policy with the least amount of insurance as they possibly can. The reason why they want to design it with the least possible amount of insurance is because there are fees for the actual insurance itself. And so if you want to minimize the fees and maximize the growth, then you want to have the smallest amount of insurance, because that'll give you the smallest amount of fees. Right? So basically, that's probably the easiest way I could break it down. Bad things happen all the time, but bad things never happen at the right time. How many people have to put emergencies and unexpected expenses on credit cards? Anybody ever had a debt consolidation loan where you ran up $20,000 worth of credit card debt, couldn't manage the payments anymore, and then you went and got a personal loan to go pay off the credit card debt? Now you're paying high interest on the personal loan, and then you got to run the credit card back up because maybe something else came up. See, something has always happened. So let's say if you're relying on high interest debt, you want to learn how to become your own bank so you can get access to low interest rate loans without any credit checks, where you can get immediate access to funds and flexible, if any, repayment terms. That's the IUL. The IUL not only protects us from taxes because it's tax-free, it also protects us from inflation, which is the invisible tax that we can't see. It also allows us liquidity and access to our funds whenever we need it without paying penalties or taxes or having unnecessary management fees. And it provides security for when we get sick, if we get disabled, if we get divorced, sometimes, not all the time, and death. So I said all that to say this. By the end of our time tonight, you're going to have a clear understanding on how you can save money on taxes and build generational wealth in the easiest way possible. All right. So I'm going to keep everything surface level today. I'm not going to get super deep. I just want to give you an idea of how an IUL can potentially work for you. And keep in mind, these numbers can be any numbers. Don't get caught up on the numbers. Get caught up on the concept. So first thing that you have to realize is you have a premium, and the premium is just the amount of money that you pay. The cost is based on age, health, sex, and how much money do you want. Now, if you're designing a policy to grow the cash value as much as possible, you will buy the least amount of death benefit based on the amount of premium that you want to pay. All right. But that's not always the case. There's a little bit more to it than that. If you're going to sit with a financial advisor or a life insurance professional, I suggest you sit with a life insurance professional who specializes with Index Universal Life, who could actually show you maybe one of their own policies, walk you through their thought process of why they did what they did, how they came to those conclusions. That's the first place I would start.
How to put your home into a trust. So you want to find your current deed. This was in the packet you got when you closed on your home, and if you can't find that, you can always contact your county clerk's office. Then you'll want to get a copy of a new deed, and you can find one online or call your county's probate court's office for a copy. Then to fill out the form where it says grantor, you'll put your name. Where it says grantee, you'll put the trust names, and where it has the legal description, this will be the same as your original deed. To file it, you're going to sign and date it in front of a notary, and you'll file it with your probate's clerk of courts or your land records office. So follow if you want to protect your home.
How do you transfer assets into your trust? Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Small. I'm the owner of CMS Law Firm. We do estate planning, we do probate, we do it well. And I'm here to answer your questions. Okay, if you have questions about this, though, anything else with estate planning or probate, you can talk with us by going to cmslawfirm.com. All right, this is one of your questions. How do I transfer my assets in a trust? It's really, I guess, the very similar ways, whether it's an irrevocable trust or a revocable trust. If you have real estate, you're going to execute a deed that transfers your real estate from your name into the name of your trust. Just like when you buy a house or when you sell a house, you sign a deed transferring the property to the buyers. You do the same thing, except it would go into your trust. For financial accounts, investment accounts, retirement accounts in some ways, what I suggest our clients do is update their beneficiary designations to name the trust. So when they die, those assets will pour into the trust pretty much automatically. There's a different way to do this, which is to add the trust onto the accounts that you own. So you have like if you're married, you have 3 parties: husband, wife, trust. You can also create a separate account in the name of the trust and transfer assets into that trust. So it's pretty straightforward. If you have created a trust, your attorney should help you answer these questions. They should probably not charge you for that. Tell them I said that. If your estate planning attorney charges by the hour, get a different one. And that's it. So hopefully this helped. If it did, that's great. Like, comment, follow. Excuse me. Like, comment, follow for more. And I will talk to you again soon. See ya.
What's up, America? Here is step 1 to our financial freedom. All right, we're going to go to the irs.gov website. We're going to type in EIN in the search engine. It's going to pull up this page. You scroll down, it's going to give you the hours of operation. You cannot get an EIN outside of these hours. You're going to scroll on down and click right here, apply online here. It's going to come up with this very next screen. You're going to hit OK right here. It's going to be quick. You got to pay attention. All right, this will be your next screen. You scroll all the way down, begin application process right here. The next screen that'll pop up is, what are you applying for? We're applying an EIN for a trust. And then it's going to ask what kind of trust. So you're going to hit revocable trust. Remember, we're putting ourselves in a revocable living trust. And then your next screen, scroll down, hit continue. You can read all that on the IRS website. But there you go. Here you're going to fill in your information. Don't click that. Click this. Continue. Alright, here you're going to put your information in, and you're going to click I am the grantor, trustee, or beneficiary having material interest. That's who you're going to click. You're going to fill out this information. Click no, because you're not going to use another address. You want to have the same address as yourself as a trust. That'll come into play later. Alright, fill this information out. This is your trust name and the county you're in. Just use your 3 initials. Don't put anything after it. It'll kick it back. No, we're not going to have any employees. We're going to do this top one right here. Receive a letter online. You get it instantly. The other way, you're going to have to wait 4 weeks. And then you'll get all this information with your trust or with your EIN information. It's approved. And then you want to go look at your letter. You want to print that out and save it in your documents. This is what they'll send you. All right. But that's it, folks.
So that's it for today's video.
Let
me know what you guys think in the comment section. And as always, stay tuned for the next video. Peace.